So it'll be nice to see some more people if possible. It's okay if you're still in your pajamas. I know it's a Saturday morning, and it's okay if you've not done your makeup. That's also okay. Uh, you know, it's just nice to see people rather than just a blank screen. So, and in the chat box, you could just write where you're joining in from. That'll also help me. I know quite a few people here. I could see when I was reading the forms, surprisingly, the maximum people seem to be suffering from backache or shoulder ache. So maybe I'll, look at the exercises. There were a few who said foot pain and who said they were just curious, who said they have knee pain. Yeah, there were quite a few also with knee pain, I think. But yeah, let's see. So I'm also going to be sharing my screen, and I just want you to let me know then if you can see it. Can you all see my screen as well? Yes? Okay, perfect. So I'll come back to this later on. But just for the moment, thank you. So a lot of people, oh, there's someone from Bangkok, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Pune, Bangalore, Bombay, Nepal. Wow. Okay. All right. So we'll be starting just in a minute. Delhi, Jamshedpur. Okay. And what brought you to this session? My next question is, what brought you to this session? What do you think this session is going to be about? So I'd written a pretty clear description, but still, what do you think this session is going to be about? What are your expectations from this session?
For my posture correction and my lower back pain.
Okay.
So
posture correction, lower back pain. Anybody else? Posture correction.
Neck pain and migraines.
Neck pain, migraine. Know more about Egoscue. Root causes of pain. Yeah, so quick disclaimer, in just one session, things will not change, but my purpose of hosting this session is to create more, it's more of an educational purpose. It's to create more awareness. I hope Hindi, English is okay for everyone. Yes? Okay. So, just a little bit about me. My name is Neena, and I'm a trained physiotherapist. I'm also a certified Pranic Psychotherapist, and I'm a certified Egoscue posture alignment specialist. I did my certification in posture alignment only a few years ago during COVID. Actually, COVID, for me, I think was in many ways a good time. I did a lot of work then. I did a lot of study, a lot of work on myself. I did a lot of workshops as well for pranic healing. A lot of you know me as a pranic healing instructor. You done sessions with me for that, and I know some of you have also done my posture classes in person or online before. Now, the whole idea was that I realized, even as a physio many years ago also, and I've never been a physio who was very dependent on electrotherapy and machines. I've always believed, in fact, that's also why my interest was there in pranic healing. I've always believed in the power of the body to heal itself, and mostly using natural methods. So I've also, of course, I've studied psychology as a subject. I've studied nutrition. I still continue to study. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but yeah, I keep studying. I've done about 3 courses on integrative nutrition as well. And the more and more I study and the more and more I see things, I realize that the body has an amazing ability to heal itself, whether it is through the energy mode, whether it is through physical movement, everything. So today we are going to be, the whole idea of today's class, like I said, is to try and explore this innate natural power, but also through posture. Because like I said, right from the time that I was working, even as a physio, I started my journey in 97. I worked with Apollo Hospitals in New Delhi. I worked with the Armed Forces Clinic. And since 2006, I've been practicing as a pranic healer. I've been an instructor for more than uh, almost 15, 16 years now. And most of the things that I've done, whatever I've studied, I've liked to share it and teach it. While I do one-on-one sessions, I really believe that sessions like these are needed more, and I believe in making people independent. In fact, I always like my patients not to come back to me. I want them to be pain-free and self-dependent. So I encourage them to learn and then use those techniques on themselves rather than to be dependent on someone else. You know, that's the whole idea. So like I said, from the very beginning, I used to see a lot of people not having the right posture. And don't get me wrong, I am not perfect in my posture either, because posture is something that is very dynamic. It's not a one-time thing. Every time I tell people I'm a posture alignment specialist, guess what's the reaction I get? People straighten up. They just straighten up. But posture is not straightening up. It's not a one instantaneous moment thing. What do you think is posture? By the way, this session is going to be interactive. So, आप लोग, and if somebody is not understanding, please let me know. I can talk in Hindi, I can talk in English, I can talk in a little bit of Italian, a little bit of French if you want, but that's about it. That's my limitation. Okay. But what do you think is posture? And how many of you have heard? Okay, let's see. What do you think is posture?
I think it's also to do with your own self-confidence.
Self-confidence, okay. But what do you think is posture? How would you define posture? Don't give me the Wikipedia
Basically,
definition, but
you should feel right, and your the internal organs should not get pressed when you're sitting or standing, or your internal organs should have space to do their own work when you have the
okay,
right posture.
okay. What else? I'm just going to spotlight myself. Healthy spine, body alignment. Okay, so actually posture is a series of movements or positions which allow you, an ideal posture is something that allows you to move freely, pain-free, and to do all the activities that help you stay functional. Okay. Now, of course, there's good posture, there's bad posture, etc., etc. But first and foremost, understand posture is not one simple static position of the body. So right now, I'm sitting in, I'm sitting alti palti marke, so I'm sitting in the lotus pose. I have certain areas of my body, my lower body, like my, legs are crossed, my spine is erect right now, my shoulders, whatever, my hands are moving. Sometimes when I'm working on the desk, my upper body is in flexion. When I stand straight, sometimes the lower back is in extension. So, and as I move, as I crawl, as I sit, as I squat, the movement changes. All of that is part of your posture. So it's not something that you correct at one moment. It is constantly changing. But of course, there is good posture and there is bad posture. How many of you have heard about the Egoscue method? In India, it's relatively new. But how many of you have heard about the Egoscue method? Or how many of, if you've heard about the Egoscue method, type Y in the chat. If you haven't, type N. Okay, so let's just talk about the Egoscue method for a moment. I'm just going to share my screen, and I'll also, my whole purpose today is to try and understand the link between posture and pain and how movement can help help you better. Okay, so the Egoscue method was started by somebody called Pete Egoscue. Okay, and Pete, I'm just, yeah. So Pete, he was a war veteran and he had hurt his body. He had, gotten hurt in the war, and the doctors had basically told him that you have to learn to live with the pain. There's nothing much that can be done. But he refused to give up, and so he went to a bookstore one day, and he saw these books on physiology and anatomy, and he started studying those. And then he realized that, of course, he believed also in the power of the body's power to heal itself. Then he realized that if the body is given the right conditions, it will heal. He also realized that bones follow what muscles tell them to do. And if the body is not aligned, there will be excessive load on certain joints, on certain muscles, on certain bones, and less on the others. And the ones that are having a lot more, weight or load on them will eventually start having more wear and tear. So it's a very simple thing. Today, what we are going to do, this is going to be your roadmap. We'll cover what defines good posture versus bad posture, what is alignment. We will also cover the fact why alignment is necessary before you do exercise. Now, I get a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of athletes, a lot of gym goers, a lot of runners, for example, who sometimes are my patients as well. And what do? They go, they exercise, they feel pain, and they say, oh, ye to normal hai. Exercise kiya hai, to muscle to hurt karega, the muscle will hurt. This is normal. And it's actually good because this means there is growth that is happening. So what do? They rest for a while. After 2 days, they'll go and exercise again. And many times, I know some of you might be gym goers here. How many of you are gym goers here? So what do the gym trainers sometimes, with all due respect, they're not wrong, but what do? They'll say, okay, आज upper करेंगे, आज lower करेंगे, एक दिन इस side को rest दे देंगे, उस side को rest दे देंगे. But the essential thing that sometimes we forget, that you can exercise 1,000 times in the wrong posture. It will continue to damage the bones, the cartilage, and the joints, even the ligaments. Okay, so I'm more into doing lesser but doing it correct. At least in this case, it helps to do it correct rather than to do it wrong. The more you repeat the wrong pattern, the more the wrong pattern starts getting fixated. So also we will be talking about how to try and understand pain. Posture therapy is all about putting on your detective hats and trying to figure out the cause of pain. Okay, something like that. Then we will talk about a little bit of stress. We'll talk about simple laws. Then we'll do some self-evaluation, and I will teach you some simple exercises, and you can take it from there. So, like I said, I always show this picture. Many of you who attended my earlier sessions would have seen this. It's just taken from the internet. It's not mine. But if you had a house like this, would you go in? How many of you would want to stay in a house like that? Anyone? Why wouldn't you want to go into a house like that? It's unstable, right? You know that it can fall off anytime. You want a house which has a stable foundation, which gives you the security that it's going to stay up. Now, if our body is not aligned, that is what we are doing to our body. Our body is also our house. Many of you here I know are pranic healers. So what do we say? The body is the temple of the soul, right? So in fact, that reminds me, I come from energy school as well. Let's just start with an invocation. I forgot to do the invocation. So please allow me a moment. Put your hands on the heart, connect your tongue to the palate, and whichever God, whichever spiritual teacher you believe in, just mentally say thank you. We humbly invoke for your divine blessings, divine guidance, divine help, and divine protection. And we thank you for this opportunity to come together, to discuss, to learn together. Thank you for blessing everyone in this session with greater awareness, with inner healing and physical healing at all levels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take a deep breath, open your eyes with a smile. Okay, welcome. So like I was saying, if you're living in a house like that, you are going to be unstable. And when also you look at your body like a car, if all the tires of the car are not properly, they don't have air pressure in the right amount, they are unbalanced, if there's no wheel alignment of the car, even if the car is going on a very, very smooth road, will it run smoothly? But if your car is well balanced, the wheel alignment is good, the engine flow is good, all the things are taken care of, even if you're on a rough road, you will go, right? So that is something that we need to start thinking about in posture. So Egoscue basically works on realigning the body and setting it right. Now, they also believe that when you align the body properly, the bones relearn, the joints get reset. Another major component of having the right posture is that all your internal organs are in the right place. Somebody had mentioned that. A hidden thing is that when your internal organs are in the place they're supposed to be, they function well, your lymphatic drainage works well. Now, all of you, most of you would know that if your lymph drainage is not happening properly, that means your body is not eliminating toxins. It will affect your immunity. And eventually, you see, even in severe diseases like cancer and all that, a big role is played by the lymph drainage, the lymph nodes. They catch the infection, right? So when you are in a misaligned body, your lymph drainage actually gets affected quite a lot. One of my colleagues, also instructors, I would say, he would call it not lymphatic drainage, he would say lymphat, F-A-T. So he says you store that fat because of that misalignment. And I've seen this in some of my patients as well. In fact, one of them who had regularly followed the sessions, a lot of people would ask her, how come you have lost weight? And she said, I haven't lost a single gram. It's just that her posture improved. She looked taller and therefore she looked slimmer. So it was just that. Okay. So anyway, what is good posture and what is bad posture? So good posture is when your whole body is actually aligned and stacked properly. I'll show you a picture of exactly what we mean by what is alignment and stacking properly. Okay. The body weight is balanced on both sides. So if you look at the human body, it is symmetrical, at least externally. If I was to divide the body from the center, it's symmetrical on both the left and the right. So your body weight should be equally distributed. Your neck should not be forward, should not be back. It should not be one ear closer to the neck, one shoulder hiked up, things like that. And you should be maintaining the natural curve of the spine. Everybody knows that the spine is supposed to be erect but curved. So you have a curve in the cervical spine, then your thoracic, lumbar, etc., etc. Okay, and your joints should bear the load equally. So if you have 2 feet, 2 ankles, 2 knees, hip joints, etc., they should be, your load bearing joints should bear the load equally. Oftentimes when patients come and see me in person, I tell them, bring your shoes along. And just by looking at their shoes, I can normally make out if their posture is balanced or not. How many of you have noticed that your shoes wear out unevenly? Have you noticed कई बार अंदर का हील ज़्यादा या बाहर का हील ज़्यादा होता है या कभी टोज ज़्यादा wear out कर रहे होते हैं? Have you noticed, anybody has noticed that? That itself is a very clear indication that your body weight is not equally distributed. Okay, I won't be spending too much time on certain things, but I'm a big believer of barefoot shoes. Your footwear is super, super important. If your feet, in fact, if you remember from childhood, you started to walk and stand, the whole weight, the information is sent from your feet upwards. You know, a child, it's first lying down, then it learns to roll over, then it learns to sit, then it comes to crawling, and then it starts standing. Now, depending on what kind of footwear your child or foot inputs the child has been given, the body will become erect, will either develop sometimes bow legs, knock knees, etc., etc. I can't tell you how much it pains me to see parents putting their children in a walker, parents putting their children into shoes that are completely bad for their feet. And when I go to the villages, mostly I don't see this problem because a lot of children over there are playing in the mud barefoot and they don't have these problems. A lot of the problems that are coming to us these days are urban lifestyle problems, including your posture problems. Okay. So bad posture, compensated, uneven. So some joint or some part of the body is taking extra load. Now, what is an ideal posture? Very few people, if at all, have this. I wonder why this is coming like this. Anyway, so if you see, this is posture Freddy. In the Egoscue method, we call him posture Freddy. Very few people have this ideal posture. Okay, so you have 8 stacked joints. So your 2 shoulders, 2 iliac crests, you know, your hip area, your knee, and the ankle. So this is what it should look like from the front. This is what it should look like from the side. Now, if you look at the front posture, when you're going to do your own posture evaluation, and I'll bring this picture back again then, you're going to see if your shoulders are, one, they're equidistant from your neck, from your ear. They are equal, not one is up, one is this thing, not one is forward, one is backwards. Your pelvic bone is at the same level. Your knees, you always imagine putting 2 bindis in the middle of your knee. I actually get my patients sometimes to do that. Put a bindi on the middle of the knee, and both the bindis should be looking forward. They're like eyes which should be looking forward, not left and right. And then when you're standing, the ankles should be also in line with the knee. Okay. In the side, the ear should be right above the shoulder joint, right above the elbow joint, right above the hip, the knee, and on the outside of the lateral malleolus of your foot. Okay, we'll come back to this. This is the ideal posture. I really haven't met anyone who has the ideal posture yet, including me. I don't have it. I'm a work in progress. I've been working on my posture for the last few years, and it's quite often certain candid shots that are taken sometimes when I'm teaching, when I'm, you know, going anywhere, that I realize, oh my God, my posture is really not good. So, you know, you have to start working on that. Anyway, so this picture is also taken from the internet. We came supposedly from this and we became, you know, bipeds. So walking on 2 feet and standing with an erect posture. And then look where we have reached again today. How many of us work a lot of time on the desk? And yeah, so this is what happens to your spine, your neck, and everything. And that is what is causing a lot of pain for a lot of people. Okay. So I also get oftentimes I get asked this question, which is the best chair? And I see a lot of people investing in very expensive chairs. But how many chairs will you invest in, and how many places will you carry your chair in? So it's not what kind of bed, what kind of chair, what kind of pillow. Of course, those things matter. I'm not saying they don't matter. But it's the body that you bring to the chair that matters the most. And to be practical, sometimes you have to travel for long hours in the car. Sometimes you have to take a flight, you have to take a train, you have to take a metro. Can you change the chairs there? You can't. So what you need to do is change the body or adapt the body and make it right for all of these positions. Okay. So at the end of it, it's the body that matters. Anyway, okay, not this. So let's go back a little. All right. So before we go further, any questions so far? All right. Just a second. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take questions in the end. So keep your questions if you want, and I'll take them again in the end. Anything so far what I've said, I hope it's made sense to everyone. Yes? Okay. Specific questions we'll take in the end. Now, this is what is happening to your head. Most of the people, like I said, when I'm traveling in the metros or even in the airports, I like to observe people. I rarely see this position. Can you see the marker? The normal posture, the first one. I rarely see it. Mostly, it is these two. Can you see my screen, everyone? So mostly I'm seeing people in this, or sadly, even in this position. And what is alarming to me, and that is the reason I like to do these sessions, is I see a lot of children like this. And as a therapist, patients used to come to me earlier on, post 40, 45, those same symptoms, I'm getting children having those symptoms now. Okay, so very quickly, close your eyes and just be aware of your head position. Now, if you feel your head is outwards, I'm going to turn sideways. If you feel your head is forward like that, I want you to really touch your chin and tuck it back. Don't take it up. Don't take it down. I want you to just tuck it back and see. Do you feel this? Are you here? Are you here? So consciously overcorrect it right now. Most people today will have a forward neck. Now, when you do that, you imagine the kind of strain you're putting on your upper spine. And then the whole kinetic chain. I've often had knee pain getting corrected just by correcting the head posture or correcting the shoulders. Another rule in Egoscue is rarely does the site of pain be the cause of pain. So wherever you're having pain, that is not usually the problem area. It is not the cause. It's not the root cause. The root cause is often somewhere else. So if you're having hip or low back pain, the problem could be your foot. The problem could be your knee. The problem could very well be your neck or your shoulder. Rarely will it be the hip itself. Very rarely. If you're having pain in one knee, what do most people do? The doctors, even physios, I'm a physio myself, will oftentimes tell you, isko strengthen karo, aapka knee weak hai. Is that right or wrong?
No.
They don't tell
Wrong.
you to do that? If your back is hurting, do they tell you to strengthen your back muscles? If your knee is hurting, do they tell you to strengthen the knee muscles? Yes or no? How many of you have been told if your knee is hurting, do not squat, do not sit on the floor? Now, another rule, very simple logic. Whatever you do not use will become useless. So while rest has a place, you can't remove function. The more and more you remove and restrict function, the more and more, I hate to use the word, crippled you will become. If you cannot do a full squat, if you cannot crawl, if you cannot kneel, that is loss of what is natural body function. Now, here's the good news. You can get back. Most cases, I'm not saying all, but most cases, if they persevere and if they follow the natural healing of the body, they will get back to being functional. I've had cases where we've not had to do lumbar operations, disc operations, we've not had to do hip replacement, we've not had to do knee replacements. But those are people who persevere. Now, Another thing is all of this takes time and patience and most of all discipline. Some of you I know are pranic healers here. If you combine pranic healing, so healing on the energy level with posture therapy, you will see some miraculous results. I have seen it. I can talk from experience. That's how it works. Okay. So even when you sit, how you sit, there is a load on the lumbar spine. Those of you who have low backache, the least amount of load on your spine is when you're lying down flat. Then gravity is taking it. Then on your side, it increases as you stand, it increases. But when you start bending forward and when you start sitting, especially if you're sitting in this hunched position over your desk, look at the load on your lumbar discs. Eventually, the disc will give away. Eventually, it will get worn out. We are putting too much load on it. Okay. So let us now go into a quick self-evaluation. I'd like everyone to please stand up. I'll do it with you. Please stand up. And I need to move back. Just let me know you can hear me well. Okay. So stand up in place. Just shake yourself. And close your eyes. Close your eyes and just march in place. Just march in place. Then stand however you stand. Keep your eyes closed. And in this position, I'd like you to just be aware of your body. Don't try to correct your posture. Don't try to stand in what you think is right posture. Just be natural and just practice some body awareness right now. Just try and figure out where is your weight. Is it equal on both your left and right side of the body? Don't open your eyes yet. Keep your eyes closed. Just be aware. Are you feeling that your weight is equally distributed on the left and right sides of the body? Do your shoulders feel that your arms are hanging equally weighted, or there's more weight? Like today, I can feel a little more weight on my right side. Then bring your awareness to your hip area. Do you feel any strain to your knee, to your foot? Now take your awareness down to your feet and just try and see, do you feel that both the feet are equally holding the weight, or one foot feels more weight than the other? Mentally make a note of all these things. Do you feel that the weight on your feet is more on your toes, more on the back, more on the inner side of the foot, outer side of the foot? Also try and be aware of your toes. Are they tight? Are they rolling on each other? Are you able to, really open and spread them wide? Now open your eyes and just look down at your feet. Now I've been doing this for a long time, so my feet are relatively okay. But look at your feet and see what is the position. Have you got one foot slightly ahead of the other? One foot turned out, one foot turned in, both feet turned in, both feet turned out. Look at you. So look at your feet. How do you tend to stand? Do you stand like this? So this means that your hips are externally rotated. If you are standing like this, that means there is too much internal rotation in the hip. So again, this will cause an imbalance. Okay? Or are you standing with your toes pointing straight ahead? Especially your second and third toe should be straight ahead. That is the correct way of standing. But you see, how are you standing right now? And also, like I said, be aware of your neck. Do you feel your ears are more ahead? Now, usually in a physical workshop, I make people take pictures of themselves like this. It's good to do this in front of a mirror, or have someone click a picture for you from the front, then also from the side, from the back, and from the other side. So we normally get people to take pictures. Have you all made a mental assessment? How many of you felt that your weight was not equally distributed? Okay. Now just make a mental note. How many of you feel that one shoulder is higher? It would be really good if you could get photographs taken of you. That's the best way. If you don't have time right now, that's okay. You can take it in front of a mirror and you can do this assessment. If you go on to my Instagram account called Posture Perfected, I have actually put in some self-assessment tests over there, and there are 3 posts about how to assess your own posture, and you can do that in your free time. But for today, we'll go right into now the exercise part. We're going to do it very short. So the first exercise is called the static back. Okay, for that, I'd ask you to keep a yoga mat and a stool or a chair that allows you to lie down with your hips and knees at 90 degrees. Does everyone have that? Now, if you can't get onto the floor for this exercise, you just lie down on the bed with your knees bent. You can either do the hook lying position, which is knees bent, but if you can, I'm going to show it how to do it. We are going to get onto the floor and we will do this exercise. It's one of my favorite exercises, almost like foundational exercise to correct posture, because a lot of times, especially given today's lifestyle, people have this back which is not right. We have a rotational component, the body is slightly turned. This kind of corrects all of that. So what you need is, I've used an ottoman here, but you need a chair or a stool which is roughly the height of your upper leg. If it is smaller, you can use cushions. Like this one is slightly low for me, so I'm going to be using cushions. What you need to do is, you need to put your feet up here. Some of you know this exercise, you've done the classes with me before. You need to put your feet up with your knees and hands, your knees and thighs at right angles. So if you see, I've used the pillow as well, simply to make sure, because if I don't have these cushions, then the height is not correct. So get something which is the right height and lie down in this position. Your hands have to be palms facing up at about 45 degrees. So hands stretched out at 45 degrees, palms facing up. You can use a chair, you can use a sofa, you can use a bed, you can use an ottoman, a stool, whatever works for you. And in this position, we are going to be here for 5 minutes. I'll guide you through it, so follow along. 5-minute timer. 5 minutes starting now. In this position, start again by noticing, do some self-evaluation. You can, by the way, if you want, you can, if you want, you can keep a pillow under your head if that makes you feel better. I now prefer, earlier on when I started with this exercise, I would keep a pillow. Now I prefer not to. But in this position, with your hands, palms facing upwards to the ceiling, hands out at 45 degrees, make sure that your legs are not rolled out like that. They are, in line. So what you're going to make sure is your hip is in line with the knee, is in line with the ankle. They're not splayed out like that. They're not they're not crossed. They are basically in line. So if they're going to be in line, you'll have roughly 1.5 fist width between your knees. Okay. Now again, start observing and let your body just sink into the ground. So some of you might have a space in your lower back area, and that's fine. If there's a gap between your lower back area, that's fine. Don't try to remove the gap. Just lie down. I'd suggest you follow along so that you can experience it. Otherwise, you won't get the change that we are going to see at the end of this. As you're lying down, start noticing, do both your shoulders touch the ground equally? Is your chest flaring up, or are you able to relax it into the ground? Ideally, as you inhale and exhale, on every exhale, try to relax into the ground. What about your arms? Are both your arms, the upper arm touching the floor the same way, the forearm touching the floor the same way, the back of your hand touching the floor the same way? What about your lower back? Are both the hips touching the floor the same way, or are you lifted up like that? Of course, I'm exaggerating, but so don't let your hip lift up. They should be just lying down. Do you have a tendency to roll your feet outwards? Then you correct it. Remind yourself that your hip, knee, and ankles have to be in alignment, in the same line. And then I want you to take your attention to your breathing. As much as possible, you should be breathing through the abdominal area. So as you inhale, your stomach should be coming up. As you exhale, your stomach should be going in. A lot of us do a lot of chest breathing. Your chest should not move. If you want to quickly check, you can just put your hand on your stomach, on the lower part of your abdomen, and one hand on your chest, and just observe as you are inhaling, is your stomach coming up or not? Your chest should not move ideally. So what I normally direct people to do is, as you inhale, try and feel the breath go down all the way to the lower back, all the way to your ribs. You don't have to hold your breath, just take in deep, slow breaths. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. But as you're inhaling, allow and try and aim that the lowest part of your lungs are also getting filled with the air. And keep allowing your body to sink in, allow the gravity to act on your body. This seems like a passive exercise, but it has many, many, many benefits. Especially helps to realign the spine from any kind of rotation. It helps to actually relax the spine. I know maybe 2% of people who don't like this position. So like I said, if you are not able to get into this position, you just come into the hook lying position, which is your knees by the side like this. Okay. But ideally, keep it up. And as you inhale and exhale, okay, that's about time. We can do another 2 minutes. As you inhale and exhale, keep allowing your body to sink into the ground. Consciously relax your shoulders, move them away from your ears. Relax your chest, relax your lower back. Just be kind of heavy on the floor. If you have a desk job, if you have a standing job, if you drive, this is one of the best ways to get the load off your back. Because when you're standing, when you're sitting, standing is not as much, but when you're sitting at a desk especially, or when you're driving for long hours, then your lower back gets a lot of burden. So this exercise will help you actually relax your lower back. And you can do this for 15, 20, 30 minutes. You can do it at any time of the day. Most of the exercises that we do in Egoscue can be done even after having a meal, because none of them is really rigorous as such. Okay, that's enough. Let's come out. The next exercise, again, I want you to stand up. Shake your legs a bit. Okay. Now the next exercise, I want you to stand up and I want you to touch your toes together. So see, this is the normal position that should be, but we are going to actually touch our toes together. We are going to interlace our hands and take them behind our head. I'm going to step back a little bit. Now, when you're in this position, touch your toes together, lock your thighs and legs, take your hands clasped, take them behind your head, but don't bend your head forward. I'm going to stand on the side and show you. Don't bend your head forward. Just look straight. The hands are not pushing on the head. They're just there for support. Don't look up. Don't flare your chest. Just stand straight. Keep your hands here and breathe. And we will do this for 1 minute. Just stand in this position. So make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears, pushed back. You're bringing your shoulder blades together. And you're just going to breathe for a minute in this position. Now your elbows might want to come forward. Don't do that. Just take them back. Keep pushing your shoulders away from the ears. Keep pushing your shoulder blades together. So your shoulder blade, your scapula at the back is pinching. Look straight ahead. And in your mind, slowly count till 40. Breathe. Remember to feel the weight in both your feet. At any point you start feeling pain, you can come out of this posture. But if you can, try and stick it out to the full minute. So keep pushing your shoulder blades closer to each other. Just make sure your chest is not flaring. Keep your knees locked, thighs locked. Some of you will really feel sensation in your hands, in your shoulder. Something might be happening in your back. Others may feel nothing at all. That's fine. Just observe. Another 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, shake out your shoulders. Okay. Now, next exercise, you will make what is called the golfer's grip. This is what we call. So it's not here. It's your hand open and fold your fingers just till your palm beginning. Keep your thumb at right angles. Okay, we call this the golfer's grip. So you will put your hands in this position. You will stand with your feet shoulder width apart. That's a lot lesser than what we think. It's not here. It's just about here. Again, one fist, 1.5 fist width. Align your second toe facing straight ahead. So it should not be like this. Just slightly pigeon-toed is better than externally rotated feet. Keep your hands in golfer's grip. Extend your arms out. Imagine someone's pulling you from both sides. So really extend. Don't let your shoulders go up. Keep them away and relaxed keep them away from your ears. In this position, we will do some arm circles. So what you're going to do is just make 6-inch plate circles and we'll do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then face your palms upwards now and do it in the opposite direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake your hands out. So this is basically standing arm circles. Next, again, we'll maintain the shoulder grip, the golfer's grip. Put your hands next to your ears. So if you can see, your hands are going to be here, thumb pointing down, okay? Again, your shoulders should not come up. Take them down and back. And what we are going to do in the same standing position is elbow curls. So 1, 2, like that, okay? Do as much as you can. Now, things to watch out for as you're standing, as you're doing the elbow curl, don't let your body go this. This is all compensatory movement. Even if you can bring it till here, it's okay. So you have to make sure that the rest of your body is absolutely straight. Again, check your feet position. Bring your hands next to your ears, thumb pointing down, shoulders away from the ear, and we'll just do 15 elbow curls, okay? So try to bring your arms forward like this as much. If you can touch your elbows, great. If you can't, if you can bring them here, that's also okay. 1, 2, 3. Take them as back as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep your body straight, knees locked. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Shake it out. Some of you will feel the burn in your shoulders already. Next one, clasp your hands, stretch them in front of you. Again, check the position of your feet. I'd rather you be a slight pigeon-toed than feet pointing outwards, okay? Take your hands forward and then take them up. But again, don't let your shoulders hike up. It's very important that you keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Shoulder blades slightly pinched together. Stretch your hands forward without bending your elbow. Take your hands as up as they can. Again, I'll show you the sideways. When you're doing this, do not let your body bend. This is a trick movement. So you just keep your body straight. If your hands are reaching here only, that's fine. If you can take them up, that's fine. Take them to the maximum extent you can and then turn your head up. And hold this for about 1 minute if you can, at least 30 seconds. So count 30 slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your hands locked, elbows stretched, head looking up. 9, 10. At any point you feel you're getting too tired, you're allowed to relax and let go. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Keep your chest relaxed. Don't let it go forward. It will want to, but don't let it go forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Shake your hands out. Okay? How did that feel? How many of you felt something in your shoulders or in your back or in your feet?
I felt a tingling in my left hand, in my left arm. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else who felt nothing? Anybody who was not able to do these exercises at all? Everyone was able to do them? Okay. So after any set of exercise, we want to recheck our alignment. So let's get back and march in place and stop. Keep your eyes closed and reevaluate. Compare it to before. Do you feel that your weight has shifted? Do you feel more balanced? Do you feel any change in any strain, stress you were feeling in your body? The weight in your feet, your toes, your heels, your neck, your lower back, your knees. Just make note of that. For me, my shoulder is feeling lighter now. Okay. So we did just a few exercises. We did the static back, which is lying down. Great exercise for your spine, realignment of the spine. We did hands behind the head. Then we did arm circles. We did elbow curls. And we did what is called overhead extension. Just these exercises. Okay. I'd like you all to now just let me know if somebody felt a shift compared to before and after. Anybody?
I
Would like
did.
to share? It's
My
very,
left
it is very possible, by the way, that some of you felt nothing at all. Very possible.
Yes,
Some of you felt pain in some of these exercises. Possible. And it's very possible that some of you actually felt a shift. So I'd like to first invite people who felt a shift. Yeah, Ashwini,
Yes.
go ahead.
मैम मुझे शोल्डर बहुत रिलैक्स हुए और
Okay.
लाइटनेस फील हो रहा है शोल्डर में. हाँ.
Okay, that's good. Anybody
Yes.
else?
Yeah,
Payal?
I felt a shift.
Payal, go ahead.
Yeah, when we started, my knees were a little heavy, but they are much lighter now. And even on my shoulder. So when we did this, there was a lot of tingling. Even with this, there was a lot of tingling. But I have a slight pain just above my ankle on my left. So that's
And that has happened after the exercise or
no,
before?
no. That was there before only.
Hmm.
It's been there since
There's
3
been no
days.
change in that?
No, there's no change in that.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, overall, I'm feeling much lighter.
Okay. Sudarshan, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, hi Purnima.
Yeah. I had like first beginning posture was I had little more weight on right side, right foot.
Okay.
After doing exercise, it was not equal but better.
Okay. You
And
felt
also,
it was better weight distribution?
yes, better weight distribution. And also, I have slight shoulder pain. It was I had before itself. Relief. I feel
Feel
relief.
relief. Okay. So how much is the relief? 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 50?
30 to 40%.
Okay. Thank you. Sri Ranjani?
Yeah, mine is almost 80% gone because of a lot of healing. I had pain, so it's 80% gone. My knee pain is gone.
Knee pain is not
Knee
gone?
pain is like almost 80%, no, 70% less.
Okay, great. So what is this telling you? By the way, did you realize that, I'll come to you also, it's that Giritharan, is that? Yeah, please go ahead.
My weight was imbalanced. It was more weighted in the left than right. Then my right leg was tilted towards outwards, almost 20 degrees. Now it got corrected, both of them. The weight is balanced. Then my legs are balanced, but still the second toe is not straight.
Okay, okay, good. I can read some of the comments. In my neck earlier, it was tilted forward. When I pushed it back, light pain was there. After the exercises, pain is gone. I have conscious. I have to keep my neck at the right position. Thank you. Most welcome. Thank you for joining in. I'm recovering from vertigo. Head and neck feels much lighter and felt ear release pressure during the second exercise. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Priya, go ahead.
Okay, so my head feels lighter.
Okay.
I thought it was very heavy, but after doing this, of course, there is a lot of relief in my upper back, which was not paining, but it was quite stiff. But with it, now my head is feeling lighter.
Good. So what is this showing you? As you can see, different people will respond differently because
I want
each
to
and
ask a
everybody.
question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm going to just take questions in 1 minute. Just in a minute. I'm sorry we're going to go overshoot the time, but that's okay. If you want to hang around for the questions, feel free.
Okay.
We'll just take questions for another 10 minutes and then we'll close. So what I was just trying to say, these exercises, they show you there are different parts of the body. So you can, divide the body into the upper body, the middle body, and the lower body. And trust me, you may have a shoulder pain related to your foot. The problem may be originating in the foot. You may have a foot pain, and the problem is originating in the hip area. 90% of my patients who come to me, they have disbalanced hip. The pelvic area is imbalanced. So, and I'm very, very passionate about this. I've seen a couple of people who've been told they have a leg length discrepancy. In my whole career, I have seen maybe 2 cases of actual leg length discrepancy. It's usually an uneven hip. And soon I'll be doing a session on just the hip, and hips don't lie, as they say, no? So we'll do a session just for that. So the pain can be anywhere, okay? The whole session, the whole idea of this session was watch your body, listen to your body. Pain is your body screaming and yelling, asking you to give it attention. Don't snooze the alarm by taking a painkiller, by trying to hit only the painful part. That is a big mistake that many people are doing, including therapists. Your knee is paining, they'll tell you, okay, let's work the knee. Let's give the knee some ice pack, hot pack, this, that. Those are temporary. You have to really put on the detective hat and ask yourself, what is causing the misalignment, which is causing the extra weight on that knee, that is causing the knee to pain. Please remember this. If nothing you take out from this session, but you remember to do one thing, put your detective hats. The area of pain is mostly not the root cause of the pain. Look for the root cause. If you are able to resolve the root cause, the pain will go away. That's what we do in pranic healing as well. So even if you're healing, you have to always heal the root cause. The energy balance has to be taken. If you don't heal the energy balance, you just do symptomatic healing, it's going to be temporary. It's not going to be permanent. Okay, I'm open for questions. Sorry about the delay. I think I should have kept the session for an hour and a half, but I'm going to be around anyway.
Can I start?
Yes, Priya, go ahead.
Okay. So one thing I want to ask is that why do my shoulders lift up? As you said, lift your arms up. So always I have noticed that I tend to lift my shoulders up.
Yeah, so you that is a compensation of the body. Okay. That means you probably don't have enough movement in your thorax area. The thorax, which is the chest, okay, the rib flaring and all. So what you need to do is when you have to consciously pull your shoulders down, and even if you can just do it this much, okay, I'm never looking at ranges of motion. Okay. I'm always looking at correct movement. So correct, just do it till here for the moment. Then go up, then go up, then go up. Go up in batches. And you don't have to do it in one day. Take 3 weeks to get there. But get your shoulder movement. So you have to consciously pull this thing. And then I would suggest you do a lot of this exercise, the one that we did right now. That would be helpful for you.
Okay. And one more thing, why did you make us do this? Like I've seen people on YouTube and all just keeping their palms open and
yeah.
Why?
The Egoscue method is very, very specific. So if you'd like to learn more about the Egoscue method, there is a book by Pete Egoscue.
Okay.
I highly recommend everyone who's serious about their posture, get hold of this book and read it.
Please ask them to put it on your group now.
I've put it here also, and I'll put it in the group as well.
Yes,
and his latest edition is also pain-free by Pete Egoscue, but I suggest that you read the first book first and then go to this one.
Okay. And one more thing, please give us the recording, please.
Yeah, I'll be sharing that.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Anybody else? Any more questions? Any more feedback?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Sriram.
I usually sit in the Padmasana for a long time. I mean, like 3 hours, 4 hours continuously because I'm a music teacher. So I have to. Sometimes I'm on the sofa and the kids are sitting down. So I tend to do this. I have to see and listen to them. So how can I correct myself sitting for?
Yeah, so individual one-on-one, we'll have to see in a separate this thing. We won't be, but these are general exercises. What I've shared with you today is even if you do these, for example, you'll see there'll be a change. Individual this thing. So plantar fasciitis, for example, there are exercises that can correct plantar fasciitis, but those are one-on-one sessions, or I'll have to take up a series only on that particular topic.
Okay.
Today's idea, like I said, you have to try and understand why are you having pain. Pain is because your body is misaligned. Those of you who are pranic healers, you understand that if there is misalignment of the energy, it will lead to disease. If there's physical misalignment, it will lead to pain. This evening, with another colleague of mine, from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we're doing an intro talk on pranic healing. You're welcome to invite your friends. I'll put that link also in the group, in the WhatsApp group. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock India time, we will be giving a talk on energy healing. So if there's anybody who's not a pranic healer here, or if you know people who'd like to understand what pranic healing is all about, then you're welcome to join that talk this evening. Okay. I will be conducting a series of sessions for posture as well. So we will be tackling the foot sequence, the knee sequence, the hip sequence, the shoulder sequence, the neck sequence, headaches. Some of you had written headaches also. So why do headaches happen? I will be coming up, and I'll be putting up all that in the WhatsApp group as and when they come up. So stay on the group for that. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead, Geeta.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can.
So I've been suffering from right shoulder pain from 2 to 3 months now. I've done an MRI. Everything's fine. And so I've been going through physical therapy, lasers, ultrasound, everything. Nothing seems to be really helping.
And they're all focusing on your shoulder?
Yes. And the neck a little bit, yeah.
So that is normally for me, immediately as a therapist, that is where the disconnect is. The shoulder is not the problem. Something
the problem
else
is
in
the
your
posture.
Body. Something else, either your spine. I don't know. I haven't seen you. I haven't evaluated you.
Okay, so
it could be your feet, it could be your knees, it could be your hip, anything.
So how do I get one-on-one session?
So are you on the
with
WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, I am.
In the WhatsApp group, then you can just book an appointment with me. And
all right. Okay.
Right? Most welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
The WhatsApp group, you want to have WhatsApp group. Okay, I will put the link to the WhatsApp group as well. Just a moment. In any case, you can send us a message at this number or at this number and ask to be added to the posture group. Okay. But we also shared the WhatsApp group link in the form. And if you're okay with it, we will send you all our future sessions will come in that. Just a second, I switched off the WhatsApp. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise, we'll close the session. I hope you found the session useful. I hope it will at least get you rethinking your pain. Do some exercises. Understand that posture is not fixed. It is constantly changing. Listen to your body. Your body is super intelligent. It knows. It gives you the right signals. As long as you listen to them, you will be able to follow and correct it. And do not exercise in the wrong position. If you're exercising in the wrong misaligned body, eventually you're going to damage your body. Okay? And there is no age for it. Posture is something that there is literally no age for it. So with that. Again, thank you everyone for joining in, and I hope to see you the next time. If you're part of the WhatsApp group, great. If you're not part of the WhatsApp group, send us a message on this number and we'll add you. And we'll also then leave the recording of this session for you guys to see. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nina.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, so much.